Welcome, CNG 125 500, to the start of week 8. This week we look at a security network design, similar, I should say, in addition to network risk management. So we're kind of evolving, um, looking at, network security devices, precautions on a switch. Um, Tracking, authorization, authentication, auditing the network. And a lot of these, once again, reflect back to week 7, where we're looking at how to minimize the risk through a network. Probably one of the best features about like 48 port switches is they offer a lot of potential for growth, but people usually fail to turn off the ports that are not being used. So say if there's like 26 ports being used, the rest of those 18 ports should be shut off because that is just a hole in the security. And we see this little fish here. Um, that is just a hole in the security that allows for an attacker to come up, plug in, and start manipulating on the internet, or just watching traffic on the internet, really. Um, Network access control methods. Once again, this is kind of rolling back to, if you've taken 124 already, uh, going back to 123 or 124 and looking at the mandatory access controls, discretionary access controls, rule-based, role-based, and there are more out there. So make sure you definitely are aware that those aren't the only four, that there are more access controls out there. Um, and configure various security measures on a wireless network. Um, just got back from my mom's house, and the first thing I saw was like, "Mom," I was like, "I don't see your Wi-Fi." She's like, and I was just kind of, I saw it, but I just didn't want to believe it. Her Wi-Fi SSID was CM Lemons, and she's like, "Well, I'm trying to trick anybody." I'm like, "Mom, adding an N in between the O and an S, I think they can still figure it out that your last name's Lemos, and perhaps that address and that SSID belong to the same person." Um, and that was just one security measure. I usually tell people when I do home visits that the SSID should be something relative to the environment, but not exactly give it away. Um, and the last names are always like the biggest giveaway. Uh, if I was an attacker matching found mail, and well, basically I'm gonna have the address too, but knowing that the Wi-Fi network is the last name that I see on the mail there is the same, that gives me a chance to start to gather more information and piece it together. Say I hung out in the backyard and hear him yell the dog's name. Um, it's probably a good chance that the dog's name could be a Wi-Fi password. Other security measures on the wireless network: changing default logins. That is a huge thing that people forget about. Enabling the console logins, making sure that the wireless device is only accessible through in-band and not through out-of-band connections. This week we're going to look at. I'll post a different discussion and make sure that is available. I'll try to find something that maybe fits our how to build a more secure network. Um, Maybe what should the SSID be, and we'll kind of take a look at that kind of stuff. But with that, I should start re-looking at all the grades here later today. I feel I should get around to that. I don't think I have anything planned for today and tomorrow. So I should be able to get a lot of the FRCC knocked out of the way today. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out through Google Hangouts. Next week starts our spring break. If you're on the Larimer campus, your spring break will be the 16th through the 22nd. If you're on Boulder Westminster campus, your spring break is the 23rd to the 29th. Week 9 will be basically a 2-week session. Larimer campus will work on week 9 when they return from spring break. At that time, next week, Boulder Westminster will be working on week 9. And then vice versa, starting the 23rd, Larimer will work on week 9 while Boulder and Westminster are enjoying their vacation. Another way to do it is just basically make week 9 a 2-week work schedule, and make it last for 2 weeks. That way you're still getting some review and not totally unplugging during that time, but definitely having a very light workload for that. And I believe that's all I have to give you guys for the start of this week. Have a good week. If you have to reach out to me during spring break, make sure to use the Google Hangouts for that real quick type messaging. D2L, I'll be logging in D2L, probably a little bit slower those days, but I will definitely get back to you.